Vinyl is the purest form of music. There's nothing like the organic pops and scratches of a record. It's vinyl that allowed us to listen to our influences and the greats. And that's why we're here today to pay homage to this lost art of recording straight to vinyl. No second chances, no room for error, just our instruments being cut to a record as we play. We are the Temperance movement, and this is our live to vinyl.
All right, ready?
Yeah, we're ready.
10 seconds, here we go. Three, two, one.
The Temperance movement are a bunch of musicians who got together so that we could play the music that we want to play.
It's making music the way we want to, in the places that we want to.
We first got together in November 2011. We went into a studio in West London for 4 days and we recorded all the material that we had and picked 4 of those tracks, put those onto an EP which we released ourselves. Following that we were signed, and then the album came out September 2013, which were all the tracks from that session. So we basically made the first album in 4 days.
I've been in Metropolis studios a couple of times in my life. It's an exciting, inspiring place because recording studios, they have a lot of vibes in the walls just from the people that have recorded here.
Everyone's been through the door, from Adele to Amy Winehouse to Rihanna, Eric Clapton, The Who, Beyonce, Queen, Michael Jackson. This was a multi-million-pound sonically treated studio and it was built back in the 90s. It's been here for 25 years, so there's a lot of people been through the doors.
The structure of the building, the history and the time that it's been used as a recording facility is inspiring.
When you record here, it makes it feel very important. We will be recording 4 tunes direct to vinyl.
Vinyl Metropolis is a very brilliant and simple concept.
Is getting the electrical signal that comes from our microphones and guitars and all our other instruments and so on through all of our equipment in here.
It comes up here into my mastering console, and then we literally cut it as they're playing live to the cutting lathe just in the room behind me. Metropolis is one of the only places in the world that you can cut live to vinyl.
The metalwork that vinyl's manufactured from is spinning in the mastering room in real time. We can't go back and edit anything, we can't correct anything.
Usually you'd go into a studio, you'd record a tune. Sometimes the musicians aren't even in the same room at the same time. We're all in the same room at the same time, playing the music, so there's no mixing afterwards. There's no second chance, one take, and that's what you get.
I think that we actually kind of enjoy that element of pressure as well. Most of the recording that we've done has been about trying to capture the energy of the band honestly. In the studio, you're really kind of taking what's on stage but putting it under a microscope.
Have we ever recorded like this before?
No, not straight to vinyl.
Thanks for clearing that up.
Good.
Because I don't know what we've done.
The 4 songs we're going to do for you today are in no particular order. Take It Back, White Bear, Modern Massacre, and You Fool No One by the wonderful Deep Purple.
There's a big difference between performing and working. When you're performing, it's like the shackles come off and you just ride the wave of adrenaline. You walk on stage and get so engrossed it's over before you know it. When we're in the studio, that's exactly what we're trying to capture.
Well, the scary moment for me today was doing a test cut at the start of the side A, and I played the test cut back, and as soon as it played, the needle just jumped out the record again, because the drums were just too powerful, too loud. You know, if that happens on the actual live take, then you got to scrap it. So I was sort of frantically moving around the desk, just compressing things, filtering stuff, just getting the drums contained so that, you know, I could cut it live to vinyl and actually play back.
Recording live to vinyl, it's not a dying art, it's a dead art. So doing anything which is not done anymore almost feels like, well, you're being really innovative in an odd kind of way. It's real, it's raw, but most of all, it's bloody hard.
The thing with cutting live vinyl is you never know what you've got. The actual live take, the one that is the cut, you can't play back. It has to go straight off for manufacturing. So you only get to hear it when everyone's packed up weeks ago and gone home.
Yeah, we're ready.
10 seconds, here we go. Three, two, one. Okay, let's do this. First song, side A. We ready to go on the next half minute?
Yeah, we're ready.
Okay, on the next half minute.
10 seconds, here we go. Three, two, one.
Time in this world I've been alone. All I need is a look, just a look from your eyes, and I get hooked on. Slipping down the elevator, speaking on the pen, and what you bring me to the whole look, and get you to the wall, and only tell me in the ring, and only tell me in the ring. That's a part of sick girl. Take it back to where it was. I'll take a ride back to where it was now.
Hi, Stu. How was that for you?
Yep, side A sounds great. That's a perfect cut.
All right, that was great, guys. Take 10.
Really exciting, just on the edge there, all that cutting it, no second chances at it. I think everybody was a little bit nervous there, which made it really good. I enjoy the experience of everybody being a little bit tense and everybody being a bit, sort of nervous about it. It's a great experience.
Obviously, when you're playing live, it's immediate, and you're playing the song and you get an immediate response from the crowd. Whereas in the studio, you don't have that, but you're trying to get to a point where you can create something that will make that happen.
You're just trying to cage these songs. You're trying to just get them and capture them.
It's exciting being in the studio, especially when you have a happy accident. Something will happen. It will just spark a new idea and possibly take it in a slightly new direction that you weren't expecting. So it's like a little journey making an album, because you don't really know where it's going to end up. You have an idea, but anything can happen once you get in there. Hi Dave.
Hello Nick.
Hello mate.
How are you? You alright?
Fine.
Yeah, very well. What are you up to?
Come for a little browse.
Good stuff.
Vinyl's important because it all began with vinyl.
When you go back to the 20s and 30s, this was the original way that music was recorded and cut.
The way that music's gone now, everything's you stream it. It lives in your computer. It's not a thing. A piece of vinyl, you've got the artwork, you've got the cover, and you slide it out, and it's physical, and you can touch it and you can smell it, and it just feels like it's something of value. Now that looks like a guy who can play more than one saxophone at the same time. I remember, spending 2 years trying to find an album on vinyl. That would never happen now. It would take 2 seconds. It felt more rewarding when you'd search for something, and then you'd finally have it in your hand, and then you'd put it on and you'd play it. And there was a real sort of sense of satisfaction in that. My first record was the soundtrack album from The Kids from Fame. I wanted to be Leroy. There was a dancer.
The first record I bought with my own money was Michael Jackson Bad, but I saved up for weeks to buy that. The first record I ever had in my possession was Shakin' Stevens' Greatest Hits, and I was crushed when I found out that he wasn't the original and that he was ripping Elvis off. Check this out, Nick.
This is brilliant. It's not quite Shakin' Stevens. Are you buying this?
Yeah.
Can I borrow it?
Yeah.
Vinyl's still the best sounding format. We wanted to give people a nice range of stuff, something from the first album, 2 things from the new album. We wanted to have a friend in, so Ian Pace from Deep Purple is going to guest on the last song. I've been drawing stuff off him since I was a kid. It's strange, it's almost like I know what to expect. He's so good. He's such a well-trained drummer and he's so inspiring.
Ian Pace, widely recognised as one of the greatest drummers of all time. Temperance movement, good old rock and roll band, can all play really well. So if we've got one drum kit in the room, we may as well have another, make life super hard for ourselves. The argument is whether we have the other drum kit closed off in another room or we have it open in this room. It depends on an eye line.
It's weird, we've not done this before, so.
Last year we opened for Purple in Toronto, so we kind of got to hang out quite a bit then and watch their show from the side of the stage and get to know the guys a bit, and then I kind of stood side of stage for a couple of hours of their show and was blown away by his playing and how many different sides there are to him as a musician. When the opportunity came up to do something like this, it was just perfect.
I think we just really fancied getting in a drummer that could really play.
Sorry. Definitely. Is there more pressure on me with Ian Pace in the room? I mean, 100%, of course. Like, I would put him in the top 10 greatest rock drummers of all time, easily. I mean, he's an absolute powerhouse.
Right, should we do it?
Yes.
Come on, let's get through it.
Playing with someone like Ian Pace, it's not just a collaboration, you're actually connecting with the rock world that went before us. When any artist collaborates with those that go before them, it's a chance to to soak up the history and feel the vibe. Just a completely different vibe. I mean, it's still a rock thing, but one that's sold over 100 million albums.
Let me know when you're ready.
Okay, here we go, 10 seconds.
Crack chase and I roll it all away. I only said I'd look now. On trial and my civil rights. Another piss in the bowl of night. Modern massacre. Modern massacre. I take your blinded eyes. And I say you're gonna learn the part now. You're gonna leave this world tonight. A love saved from the judgment coming. Modern massacre. Modern massacre. Modern massacre. Reggaeton man said the total center of the universe. I know when the boy gets out. Gonna throw you in the circle now. No chain gonna hold him down. Mama don't leave till the battle mash out. She go ooh, she go ooh, she get loose. She go oh, she go oh, she get loose. Who knows when it's gonna take? Who knows when it's gonna break? Who knows if it's off the thing? Count on me now. 1, 2, 3, we got a modern massacre. Modern massacre. Modern massacre.
I think there's a disadvantage for this generation that are trying to do it now. As a semi-pro at 15 years old, I would play 3 shows a week. That's not possible for most pro bands now. The Temps, they're the exceptions to the rule of what's going on at the moment, and because of that, they're really important. Everything's always been to tape and then, try and make it better afterwards. Today, it better be okay first time round.
Modern massacre. Modern massacre. Modern massacre. Reggaeton man said the total center of the universe. I know when the book gets out. Gonna throw you in the circle round. No chain gonna hold him down. Mama don't leave till the battle mash out.
What do you think?
Yes, loved it, mate. Loved it. That was killer.
Yes, it wasn't bad.
You never think you're ever going to meet these people, and then you're in a room playing with them, and they're doing it. They're there in front of you doing that stuff that you know from those records. Is brilliant and terrifying all at the same time.
Well, I thought you were all right.
I thought you were all right. You should definitely keep up the drums, I think.
You should learn to get to 4, though.
4 would be good.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. You know, it's a bit confusing.
Can't live on a waltz, can you? Thanks so much, man.
That was amazing. Thank you so much.
Pleasure, guys. Pleasure.
Thanks, Ian.
Yeah, get off. Get off. Too much cuddling.
Temperance Movement, they've done a great show today. They're a fantastic band. They've done an insane amount of shows up until this point this year. 2 great records so far. Going to be big.
Well, that's it. That's our live to vinyl. We hope that we've done the music and legacy proud. Every live show, we try to play each note like it's our last. The more we go out and play and spend time in each other's company, the closer we've become. And sometimes there are moments of collective telepathy when we play sections that didn't even exist before. I love being in this band.